administration has a new plan to overhaul curbside trash pickup in Memphis. The mayor says he hopes it will put to bed years of complaints about bad service. One of the big changes is what to do with the big items that are too big for your trash cart. The city says starting May 1st, no more calling 311 for pickup. Just put out the items to be hauled away every other week on your regular collection day. The improvements will cost $15 million to buy new equipment and hire 70 new employees. The money is coming from the city's emergency reserve fund. So let's bring in Local 24 political analyst Otis Sanford to weigh in on this. Otis, that's a lot of money to pluck from the city's rainy day fund. But while the program starts in May, the mayor seems to have his eyes on October.
Oh, yes, he does, Richard. It's beginning to look a lot like election season around here. And so that's what's going on here. The mayor and his inner circle I'm sure have talked about this, and the best way to endear himself to voters is to do something about trash and garbage pickup and the big items. You know, mayors in other cities have lost elections because of trash problems. So I'm not surprised by this, and it is an election year move.
From trash to weed now, of the marijuana kind. Today we learned medical marijuana in Tennessee will not be legalized this year. Too many lawmakers just sitting on the fence on this. They can't make up their minds. So the bill's Republican sponsor decided it's better to withdraw the measure rather than have it be voted down. So does it come back next year?
Well, it probably will come back. I'm just not sure that it'll pass next year either, because it's an election year for the state legislature, and so I'm not sure they'll be of a mind to do it then. You know, the sponsor in the Senate was a medical doctor, Steve Dickerson, but he's also a politician, and he understood that the bill was going to have some problems, and that's why he pulled it in order to bring it back. But with an election year next year, I'm not holding my breath that it'll pass then either.
Well, one issue that is still alive is a bill that would fine groups who turn in too many voter registration forms, especially at the last minute. As you know, Shelby County spent $200,000 processing tens of thousands of these last-minute forms. Many of them were incomplete, barely readable. What groups who conduct these voter registration drives are saying, though, is that it's really voter suppression, especially against minorities. Who's right on this?
Well, I mean, Richard, I can appreciate that the Election Commission workers are taxed when they get a lot of forms dumped on them at the last minute. I certainly can appreciate that. But I have a serious problem coming up with a state law that will fine somebody for bringing in forms, whether they are complete or not. That does seem like voter suppression to me. I'm not opposed to some training for people who bring in large volumes of voter registration forms, but to fine those who bring in a lot of them that are incomplete, I just think that that's going way too far.
Well, apparently training is a part of this legislation as well. Thank you, as always, Otis, for coming in tonight.
Thank you.